plus a paragraph on research ethics, and you're doing that on a journal article. The reason why you're doing that on a journal article is we're starting small and then getting big, rather than starting big and staying big the whole time. So a journal article is relatively short. And on Moodle now, I put an example of a linear mind map for those of us who think in 1, 2, 3, 4. And on that example is also exactly what I'm expecting to see in your ethics paragraph on ethics. Okay, so if you download that, you'll find here's an example of a linear mind map, and here's what I'm expecting in your paragraph on ethics. Okay, and push it in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I get this, they either work or don't work. No, it's not going to work. It's not even going to show the MindMeister. In this lovely blue box here is an example, might get it this way, of a mind map. So a bubble mind map, that's what I call these things. Come on, work.
That's pretty groovy. Do you have to use that, or can you just do a word, one off, word?
You can do one on Word. You're not being marked on what you're doing it on, you're being marked on the learning outcomes.
Yeah.
So how you do it is up to you. You can do one on Word and then print it off and put pen.
Oh, you can
Nice.
make boxes and circles and flowcharts.
Yeah, so do it the way that's going to work for you. I just threw one together on MindMeister last week, and all I did, you'll notice if you print out that linear one and look at this, you'll see all I've done is cut and pasted. And instead of joining words, which I've used on the linear mind map, I've used arrows to join the boxes together. Okay, so that's there. Now, like I say, I'm not asking you what to use, but if you're using something like MindMeister or something, make sure you send me you can actually, somehow you can print this out as a PDF, but send me the link if you're using something like this. So have your ethics paragraph and put a link on it, and then we can look at the one that you've got online. Okay? Now the whole point of all of this is your first assignment. We'll get out of that one for a sec. Get it going. Your first assignment was really, do you know what research is and how it's done? Your second assignment is, how well do you know the process of research, just in a generalised set. Your third assignment is you waffling about the process of research. So it's your third assignment, which is a research report, is really a lot like the second assignment. It's just now you're writing it as a report. So you'll be telling me, like the template says, this is the role of a research question. This is what a research question does. And then you'll be telling me, this is how I see the research question in the report that I've selected. Okay? And you'll just work through each of those. And if you see on the, particularly on the analysis discussion section of that template that I've given you, you'll see exactly what you need to do to get a really solid, good grade. This is the role of the question, this is the role of the methodology, this is the place of ethics, and then this is how you can see it in the research report I've selected. Now I'll put a video up a bit later on getting a research report, because at this point in time I want you to concentrate mainly on the assignment that's due next week and not on how to find a research report. But are there any questions about the assignment that you've got due next week and the research report one, the final one?
I'm not sure how to frame the question.
What do you mean?
I've got the article, but I'm not sure how to frame the question without making it a leading question.
That's a good question. To be honest, you might find that the questions may appear to be leading, that you frame, because the answer's already in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're uncertain about the question that you've got, send me the APA reference to your article.
Yeah.
And what you think the question is.
Okay.
And I can say, yeah, that's on the ball, or yeah, that's that's too much leading. Why I say they may all appear to be leading questions, it's because a leading question is one in which you're determining the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But the reality is the answer's already in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it may be that you're being too much of a counsellor. at that point and going, how do I become less biased, when actually you might
yes.
find that the leading question is the right question.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Other questions? Brilliant. The quiet for 3 minutes. Right, 3 seconds. So I can get you to turn that off for a second. Okay.